So let me ask you this. So how did, I know we got 20 minutes, so we're gonna get through it. It's all good. How did, how did you end up encountering like and coming across me before you reached out or that caused you to decide to reach out to me? How did that come about? Because I don't really know where you came from.
Um, Probably the algorithm on Facebook.
Shout out to the algorithm.
And
Shout
the
out to the
irony of that
algorithm.
is that I'm not on social media anymore. So there's that.
That's
So
cool.
again, kind of another setup, I think. But yeah, no, I honestly don't remember like specifically. I
Mhm.
do know that I started seeing posts from you, and I was like, oh, this is so interesting what this guy does. What?
What made you want to get into tech though? Like what triggered you to say, okay, this is something I need to like first your curiosity, like, oh, this is interesting, to then what point was like, okay, I need to get dead serious about making this transition over to tech, specifically cloud security, cybersecurity. What was that
Mhm.
for you?
I would say the life-changing opportunity, just to be able to have that flexibility, that freedom, build the generational wealth, kind of all of that,
Mm,
and then the mental challenge that I feel like it's there. I feel like I would probably, I don't know, maybe like equate it to something I know very familiar with, like healthcare. I feel like there's so many different facets that you can be involved in or interested in. And I feel like tech is very much the same. You could be tech sales, you could be more behind the
good.
scenes, you could do cybersecurity, cloud security, you could be an architect. There's so many different ways to get your foot in the door and just different things that you can be interested in. So I feel like the possibilities are literally limitless. Mm.
Awesome. Okay. So like, and then so tell folks a little bit about what was it like working with me? Like what some about some of our experience of like what did you get out of that whole thing? You know, if it, were there any messages along the way that really stuck with you, or was there any type of particular training method that stuck with you? Like, what do you think really was something that was concrete for you that resonated with you, and you eventually, helped you get over that finishing line to get that offer, or to be able to even perform in your job functions now? Was there anything?
I would say that you were very raw and direct, and you
Wait a minute now. Hold on now. I'm just
and you're
marketing
not
material. No, I'm joking. I'm
and
joking.
you're
I'm
not
joking.
for the BS. And I think that that's what I needed. I mean it in a good way though. No, seriously, like I mean it in a good way because I tend to be on the more meek side. I don't
Mm,
really raise my voice. I don't get really
mm,
elevated or anything like that. And that's not to say that you do, but I know that you're passionate about what you do. And so that comes across. And honestly, it reminds me of how my dad is, where he's just he's from the South. I think I shared this with you. He's from the South. He's very direct to the point. There's no excuses because of the time that he grew up in. It's like,
uh,
what do you mean? You're actually gonna try to give me an excuse, and you think I'm gonna believe it? And I'm like, never mind. And so I appreciate that about my dad because he's never steered me wrong. And so I think that that's probably what I
Mr.
gravitated towards
Henry.
and yeah, for sure. And what I appreciated was just like, hey, if this is what you're telling me that you want, then you need to put in the work to get there. Like, and if you're giving me an excuse, then the excuse needs to be valid. And it's like, okay, well, I don't
Mm,
really have one. It's just that I'm tired. Okay, well, you're going to be tired, ma'am. Like, but
mm,
that's not going to last for forever. You know what I mean? So really
for
just
sure.
having those honest conversations with me and just being like, it seems like it's hard right now, but I think also just having that faith and like this is the hardest you're ever going to have to work. Trust me. And I was like, I don't know. This is the hardest you're ever going to have to work. Just trust me. And I'm like, okay, okay. That's what the
Yeah.
mentorship is supposed to be about. I'm not supposed to be trying to figure this out on my own because then what are you there for? So just
Mhm.
knowing that you already paved the way prior, just let me be able to have that trust. And the proof was kind of in the pudding because you work in the industry. So yeah, that's what it was. Hmm.
Let me ask you this, being that you've now gotten on that other side, how much of that is true?
Like 98% of it's true. Only 2% isn't because, like you mentioned in my intro, I'm that person who's still like, I gotta keep grinding, I gotta do more. Like, even though I'm here in this role, that could very much be snatched tomorrow. I could think I'm walking into a promotion and they're like, "We're sorry, ma'am." And it's like, "Oh, shoot, I don't have a job here anymore." So making sure that I'm constantly trying to upskill and learn more systems, learn more techniques, learn different queries, like all of that different stuff, do more projects, get more certifications just to keep myself ready. So I don't have to
Mhm.
get ready, when something happens.
And I think that's what, and I know for sure that's why you're going to continue to excel. Like that, it's that 2%. That's that 2% you just can't install in people. And I'm sure you're finding out and running into many others in the industry and even many of your peers, at your job, you find that okay, yeah, they know a lot of tech stuff, but their complacency could be their
Mhm.
downfall or has been their downfall. They've probably been doing it for too long in this position